How are you? This is the first part of the video build of the full build of the Academy 1/350 scale Admiral Graf Spee. I built this kit probably 8 to 9 years ago. Different times, happy times. However, I wanted to build this in a different way. I do believe that I acquired more experience now. And so I started to build this exact one because I could go and use a trumpeter, which is probably a little bit better. I don't know, my opinion only. So I started to unbox this kit. I know already that it has a lot of details. Out of the box for a beginner's modeler, it's very good. I do believe it was my first ship. I mean, not the small ones. I built around 2013, just joking, just kidding. But this brings a level of detail, considerable detail to first grade modeler maybe. And as you can see, the parts are very good. The plastic is very thick. However, I want to build this one in a different way. Out of the box, very cool details, but I want to add to this one photo etch set. As you can see, deck details are very good. I want to add a set, an Edward set, and here something is missing, right? I don't know why, but yeah, I understand laws in Germany and all over the world, but yeah. And instructions are very good also, very clear to follow, and it will be a very interesting kit to build. And let's start building this kit. As you can see, I will use an Edward photo etch set for this build. Beautiful, beautiful. Contains all the railings, all the details that you can add to make this a little bit more detailed ship, and it will be interesting. Also, these cannon barrels, metal ones. It will be very cool. And there you have a veneer deck, a wood deck. I am a bit insecure regarding these veneer decks, wood decks, but they look awesome. And I start the build by examining the instructions, even though I will make some obvious mistake. But that's what I do. That's always what I do. I start by studying the instructions. And as you can see, we have started this build by using these sharp side cutters. Well, after all, looks like we all modelers have some things in common. No pun intended here, David. I'm really sorry, but it's true. And I really need to exchange my glasses for those magnifying ones every single time I build a model. And I'm getting old, I think. My vision is not what it was before, but yeah, it's part of the process now. And as you can see, I'm dry fitting the parts, and then these fit points, I'm trying to make them more clear, out of debris. Just make sure when you're fitting the hulls that you do a good job, because that will be very important. It's kind of the base where your work will all stand, literally. So I took my time here, and instead of trying to glue it in one go, I did it all by bit, and sometimes using just 15 minutes, 20 minutes, making sure it's glued, using some duct tape to make sure that both holes are just firmly tightened up, and using several types of glue, as you can see. So I took my time here, and it's very important that in the bow, in the keel, and in the stern, you do good work, okay? Just let it dry, make sure everything's okay, and then you can start your work again and checking the seam lines, because even so, you took all precautions. Seam lines, as you can see, they will be in the hull, so now it's time for you to take care of them. Oh, using this tool, please be gentle, okay? I'm just trying to make that the pieces are smooth. Be gentle. And now we are going to use some putty to cover this nasty seam line. As you can see, I have several types of putty. I can use whatever I want. In this particular case, there's one that I just love, and it's this Mr. Surfacer 500. I bought this years ago, maybe almost 10 years ago, and I only did it to use the turrets on the Shermans, you know, that iron cast texture. But for this, it will be perfect, because if you notice, it's a paste. It dried, and as you can see, it's practically putty. It is putty. As you can see, the application of this with using just a toothpick, it's pretty easy. It fills well the gap, doesn't conform, doesn't go down the gap, and then you just have to use a little bit of sandpaper after it's dry, and you can obtain very good results. Of course, you use several types of sanding, from the coarser to the thickest one, and you make sure that the gap is very well covered. Be gentle. If some seam line still resists, use a little bit of scraping and it will be okay. And to be very honest with you, I started to drill these by hand. I started it. And then I realized, doing all these by hand when I have a better tool? No sir. But that will come later. For now, let's just take care of the assembly of the hull and the anchors. And for these anchors, as you can see, they are pretty small. Can you see those little plastic lumps? Those have to be removed using a new blade, okay? X-Acto knife, new blade. Very carefully, I remove these small lumps, making sure that the anchor is going to fit well on the proper fit point on the hull. And then, well, cleaning it up a bit, sanding a bit, and fitting and gluing it. And let me take this opportunity to thank each one of you who are still with me after almost 1 year of absence. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me, okay? And if you are here, you are new, you just found this channel and this video, welcome. I hope you find it informative and above all, fun. Stick around. Just subscribe and ring that notification bell, you know? That will help a lot the channel, and I would be very grateful to you. Thank you. And the anchors just fitted like a glove, so we can now go to phase 2 of the hull assembly, the decks. And we start by cutting the decks from the sprue, exactly like we did in the hull. Cut a little bit more, okay, because then you will clean it up, and this way you'll have a safety margin, a better safety margin, without damaging the hull and the curvature of the deck in this case. And regarding this chain detail, I'm going to replace this by this, and I do think it's a beautiful photo etch set chain. Now, I never did this. I think I never did this. I think it will not be that hard, but even so, beautiful, isn't it? This took me a bit to decide if I should start or not, because technically I'm ruining the model, and if the chain doesn't work, what else can I do, right? Even so, I do think it's going to be interesting. So let's do this. What I'm doing right now is to use Tamiya thin cement to clean the surface. It will dissolve all the plastic dust and make the surface smoother and thus cleaner. And after some dry fit and confirming that the deck fitted perfectly, I started gluing the outer parts where the deck is going to fit, and I started to do it. I did it deck by deck. I mean, this has 3 decks. It has a nasty seam line in the middle between both, as you will see. And so I just tried to clean each one the way I did the first. Remember those previous images? I will not make you go through the same. And the same will apply to this chain detail inserted in the plastic, because I will replace it by, you guessed it, that little beautiful chain, anchor chain that I showed you previously. I really think it will be interesting. God, please make it go well, because I'm playing a bit here with that little chain and that little photo etch set. I really want something to be cool on my living room, you know. I'm just trying to get back to the saddle as I can, very slowly, baby steps, and I'm hoping that this model will help me do exactly that. Regarding this base, I could use some metal, pedestals for this, make it look beautiful, but back then in 2015 I built it exactly out of the box, and out of the box meant this way. And I thought, well, if I could, yeah, I could. I have it right here, but I am building it with these out of the box ones. I did this 10 years ago, and now I'm trying to relive that experience, even though I want to make it a little bit better. It happens to all of us. Wait and see. You will do the same one day. And as you can see right now, at this point, this is the stage where the model was. I do believe that in the next video I will do some cannons, if not all the cannons, and start applying some photo etch set to the hull and the deck. So until then guys, I hope you had appreciated this video. Okay, stay safe, and as always guys, keep modeling, always with a smile. Till next week guys, stay safe.